When royal guards fight back. Arrogant tourists. Some tourists just don't know when to quit. But when they come in with an attitude of entitlement and try to mess with royal guards, that's when things get serious.
Oh, tourist almost got it.
Get ready for a lineup of tourists learning the hard way that royal guards mean business. And trust me, the shutdowns are unforgettable.
Get off the ring!
This tourist walked up full of confidence, treating the guard like they were part of a theme park attraction. But the moment the guard took one firm step forward, you could see the smugness vanish. That swift response made it clear. Respect the rules or face the consequences.
Get off the ring! Get up!
With their camera out and a grin on their face, they thought they'd make a quick joke at the guard's expense. But when the guard locked eyes and didn't budge, that smile melted fast. Suddenly, they understood that this was no game. They strutted up, acting like they owned the place, completely unaware that guards don't entertain foolishness. It only took one quick, precise gesture from the guard, and all that entitlement drained away in a second. Some people just can't resist testing boundaries, but this one picked the wrong day. The guard's immediate no-nonsense response shattered their boldness in seconds, leaving them standing there completely stunned. It started as laughs and harmless poses, but as soon as the guard shifted with that unmistakable look of seriousness, their carefree attitude quickly turned to unease. It was a fast reminder that this isn't the place for jokes.
Get back! Stay away from the fence, sir.
Thinking they'd get a funny reaction, they approached the guard, brimming with confidence. But in one swift move, the guard's icy stare made them realize they'd miscalculated. That entitled attitude, gone in an instant.
Get off the ring! Get off the ring!
They walked right up, thinking they'd playfully mess around, but the guard didn't even blink before delivering a quick, sharp reaction. The surprise on their face said it all. This was serious business.
Get out of the box!
You could tell they thought the rules didn't apply to them as they stepped up with a smirk. But the guard's expression was all it took to wipe that smug look off their face, a reality check they clearly weren't expecting.
Get off the fence!
They approached with that air of entitlement, assuming the guard might laugh or shrug it off. But the guard didn't flinch, and that calm but commanding presence was enough to put them right back in their place.
Let go! The ring!
They pushed the guard's patience, thinking it was all in good fun. But one strong step forward from the guard was all it took to stop them in their tracks. That look of entitlement vanished as quickly as it appeared.
Make way!
Their confidence was clear as they walked up, hoping for some reaction, but the guard's piercing gaze didn't waver. That quick reality check left them stunned. realizing they weren't in control here at all.
Get off the right! Get off the right!
They started out acting all bold, like they could just walk right up and act however they pleased. But the guard's immediate serious response shattered that confidence in seconds. No entitlement here. This one thought they'd play around for laughs, but the guard wasn't even slightly amused. Just one firm look was enough to deflate their attitude completely, leaving them with nothing but a quick exit.
Do not touch the king's guard!
They walked up with a bit too much confidence, assuming they'd get a reaction. But the guard didn't even blink, and their stone-cold response left the tourist completely stunned. That's how fast entitlement meets reality.
Do not touch the king's lifeguard!
For a second, they looked like they thought they could break the rules just for fun. But one solid gesture from the guard made it clear they were wrong. That immediate shift from bold to embarrassed was hard to miss. They stepped in with that "it's all just fun" attitude. But the guard's precise, immediate reaction wiped it away in a heartbeat. It's amazing how quickly that self-assured demeanor disappeared.
Out of the pit!
It was obvious they didn't think twice before stepping up to the guard with a sense of entitlement. But when the guard didn't flinch and shut it down instantly, that confidence quickly turned to confusion. They pushed a little too far, clearly thinking the guard would brush it off. But with just one move, the guard's reaction reminded them of the rules, and the embarrassment hit immediately. They walked up as if the guard was there for their amusement, expecting a casual reaction. But one cold, steady look from the guard shattered that entitlement and left them scrambling for a way out. This tourist looked like they thought they were the exception, stepping forward boldly. But the guard's unflinching response was all it took to bring them back to reality. That self-assurance vanished fast.
Stand back to the king lifeguard!
At first, it seemed like they thought they were in on some joke. But when the guard made a swift, unmistakable gesture, the entitlement disappeared, replaced by the realization that this was serious.
Vas-y, vas-y, vas-y. C'est bon.
Stand clear of the guard!
They probably thought it was all harmless fun until the guard's reaction snapped them out of it. In just 1 second, they went from overly confident to utterly embarrassed.
Stand clear of the guard, look to the right! Stand clear of the guard, look to the right!
This one didn't realize the guard meant business, walking up with a carefree grin. But when the guard responded without hesitation, that attitude quickly shifted to surprise and a bit of regret. It's clear they thought they'd get away with acting bold, but the guard's firm response showed them otherwise. In just seconds, entitlement turned to a quick lesson in respect.
Be away from the king's guard! Be away from the king's guard! We wait for the King's Guard!
You could tell they assumed the guard would let it slide, but one icy reaction shattered that assumption. Their confidence faded fast, replaced with a whole lot of second-guessing.
Stand clear of the guard!
They looked like they thought they were above the rules, stepping in for what they thought would be a funny moment. But the guard's reaction was swift, and that entitlement melted away almost instantly. They probably expected a casual response, stepping up with an air of entitlement. But when the guard didn't even blink, they realized just how serious the situation was. They seemed pretty confident walking up like they owned the place. But the guard's swift, no-nonsense reaction quickly wiped that confidence away, leaving them standing there, completely thrown off.
Get back from the Queen's Guard!
They thought they'd make a scene for a bit of attention, but the guard's reaction was ice-cold and unyielding. That one powerful move was enough to silence any boldness they walked in with, leaving them standing there, completely thrown off.
Get back!
This one walked up with an air of entitlement, like they were immune to the rules. But when the guard made a decisive move, that confidence evaporated instantly, leaving them humbled and just a bit embarrassed. So, what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below.